Okay, today we are completing a soil remediation. We came here about 3 weeks ago and did a underground tank removal. It failed inspection and there's contamination in the ground. So I worked with the insurance carrier and got them to pick up and pay for coverage. So we're going to begin the remediation by excavating the soil out, and we're going to load it right out into a triaxle that'll be sitting right here, and we'll show you the process. But as we excavate, everybody wants to know, when do you stop digging? So we'll utilize what's called a PID meter. It sniffs the volatility of hydrocarbons, and once it gets below an allowed threshold by the DEC, that's when we'll stop, and then we'll begin to backfill. So we're waiting for the triaxle right now, and we'll begin. So most of the time, the contamination begins at the bottom of the tank. So that's normally 6 to 8 feet below grade. So we'll uncover the soil above it, which is good. We call that overburden. And then once you get down to that blue-gray soil, that's where you know the contamination is. So just to get an idea of the extent of the pollution, we'll take a PID reading of that contamination, which will be our start point. Say it shows up at 200 on the PID meter. Then we'll dig 4 feet, take another reading, and if it gets down to 100 on the PID meter, we know that probably another 4 feet, and then the remediation will be done. So we did take our initial reading at that, and it came up at 345. So as we dig, we will determine the extent of the pollution, and we'll delineate going to this wall, out to here, and out to the other area. But we're still waiting on a truck. Okay, the truck is here, and we've begun remediating the contaminated soil. Craig is going to dig out the bad stuff, and then we'll truck it to a facility called Clean Earth in New Jersey, where they will dispose of it. And once we get to a clean bottom, we'll get 4 clean sidewall samples and a clean bottom sample. Send that to the lab for analysis, and then begin to backfill, which will complete the remediation. Then we'll write the report for the state, and they'll close the spill number. Okay, the truck just left. We put in about 30 tons of contamination. There's a well within 50 feet of the excavation, so the DEC is going to require us to take it's called a potable water analysis, just to make sure that there's no contaminants in the well, the drinking water. So everything is cleaned up. Got a clean sidewall, sidewall, and then the bottom is all clean. So tomorrow we will start backfilling. We'll compact it in 12-inch lifts, seed and hay the area, clean everything up, and move on to the next 2-day remediation, about 30 tons. Okay, here we are, day 2 of the Washingtonville remediation. We've taken our clean samples from the void. We're now backfilling. We've already brought 10 tons in, 2 Mason dump trucks. So we'll spread this evenly and compact it in lifts. Make sure that minimizes the settling. We've got to repair that drain right here. And we've got another load to bring in from Big Red. Then we'll bring in some topsoil. Finish this off nicely, and seed and hay. right, we're almost completed here. We've brought in 20 tons, backfilled it, and as I said earlier, you got to layer this out in 12-inch lifts and compact it. We'll minimize any of the sinking over the time. So we've probably got about another 20 tons to come in, and then we'll topsoil and finish this up. And this is our last load going in. This has all been compacted. And we'll rake that and spread that all out now. Okay, we're all finished here. Topsoil, just gonna throw some seed down. Call it a completed project. And as always, Craig, stand straight. Yeah, you gotta let me see that shirt. Another fine job by Tank Masters Environmental.